You can see the vibe. You two are like best mates. So the movie is amazing. Before I get started, I always get so thirsty in these junkets. I'm just going to... Do you know what I'm going to have? Just a bit of this.
Oh. Just, the Gatorade.
A bit of blue Gatorade.
Oh, no, water of their life.
I want as well.
You're going to convulse.
Ooh.
Careful.
It's a
Gives me the edge.
It's a good color. That's exactly the color.
Visions lead to horror.
The film is such a big blockbuster, and I think we haven't had that for quite a while. I was sitting there thinking, this is what it must have felt like in the 80s when people watched Star Wars for the first time and got like a whoo. Did it blow you away seeing it all? Because I presume how it's filmed, when you finally see it all come together, and it felt like next level sort of stuff here. Were you quite blown away by it?
Absolutely. I thought that, I don't know, I think the first time, because I wasn't there very, very much for the first filming, it was like a week. I was so blown away because I didn't know. I was like, oh, that's what you guys were doing. You know what I mean? And then this time around, I thought like, oh, maybe now that I've peeked behind the curtain, I'm going to see it. I'm going to be more like critical, and I'm not going to like be able to enjoy it as much because I was there, which was not my experience. I was still just as blown away, and the magic was still very much real.
Florence, I'll speak to you about your chainmail outfit.
Heaven.
The gasp says it all. I mean, it was stunning. It looked heavy though, was it?
It was quite heavy.
Yeah.
One of the things that people don't know about though is in the morning, because obviously it's morning time and the temperature is cold.
I was gonna say, did you have anything under them?
No, the metal is freezing.
I hate that.
So in the morning when I'd come in at like 5 or 6 or whenever it was that we'd come in, it would be absolutely freezing, and it was quite a nasty like shock to the system.
Like, could you like blow dry it or something?
Yeah, maybe,
Warm
but
it up
I'm
a
not that
little?
demanding.
I would have tried to, because I can't. When like cold on your body,
and it takes a long time.
It's like
it
an ice
doesn't
bath.
stop. Exactly.
You see, these are the things you don't realise when you're
Don't
watching.
think about it. No.
I half thought, Zendaya, you might have tried it on, because I know you both are into your fashion.
I wish.
Yeah.
Do you imagine? You just come into your dressing room. Oh, sorry.
I'm warming it up for you.
I was just warming. Yeah. Sorry.
4 hours later.
And talk to me about working with sand, because surely it got everywhere, right?
I got out of that one.
Yeah.
It did get everywhere. But you know what? When you're in and you get the opportunity to do something like this, it is truly the last thing you're really worried about, Like, you get to be in the most gorgeous locations, most gorgeous set pieces, with the most wonderful people who are so talented and have put so much effort. And, when I'm watching, like, bless, our camera operators, or even Greg sometimes when he had the camera and, he's trying to, like, hold it, and his sand, like he's slipping into the sand, while we're in the middle of a take, he's slowly sliding, and you're like, oh gosh, are you okay? But you can't keep going, I think you're not thinking about the little piece of sand in your nooks and crannies, but yeah, it's incredibly special to shoot this kind of film.
One of my favourite scenes is when you're teaching Paul or Timothy how to sand walk.
Yes.
And I have to say, girls, I gave this a bit of a go in real life. Can I just show you? I just want you to rate how good.
How did it go?
Well, what I realised is it's quite good for dodging just London
people in general.
Yeah. I gave it a go on across.
I think it looks good.
Yeah?
Yours looks good.
Have I got the technique down, do you think?
I think, more people should be doing this. And you know what? You know what I love even better is nobody batted an eye. People are like, I'm trying to get to work. You know what I mean?
No one
Like,
is
I'm
true.
not even
That is
thinking
true.
about this lady.
They're probably like, wow, she seems so happy.
Yeah, it just looks like a little skip.
Little slide dodging through people. Yeah, it was good. You talked about as well, like how, it was such an amazing cast to work with. Now, Austin Butler, he's barely recognisable in this film. And he's
Really? No, I'm kidding.
slightly different with that.
I don't know.
He's obviously terrifying, but in real life, he just seems like the complete opposite. Like, I don't know, once he was sort of out of character, did you all have like a laugh backstage?
I mean, also, when he wasn't filming the takes, he was still Austin. So he would go from being like psychotic murderer to sweetie pie, psychotic murderer, sweetie pie. He just was a bit bald.
What was your reaction when you first saw him come out in the costume? Did you recognise him?
It was horrible. It really is. Like, it's just so on him. I think that's what makes it so amazing, this character and the way that he played it. he is so not that person. He is the most kind, gentle, loving gentleman. And then you have this absolute hideous, uncontrollable, terrifying, psychotic murderer. Like literally, it just doesn't. They kind of like make the other version look better.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
Because of all the, I mean, there's been a lot of villains over the years in movies. I just thought you could maybe rate his terrifying character more terrifying than Bane.
Ooh, I actually would say more terrifying because he's creepy.
Yeah.
Like at least Bane's like, yeah, that's scary, but Austin plays him so creepy and he relishes pain, which is just.
Yeah, okay, he's quite brutal. Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible, where he literally sort of he just can't be killed. This guy just keeps getting up.
I still think he's
Yeah,
creepier.
I think he definitely creepier.
He's definitely creepier.
And finally, Miranda Priestley.
Oh,
I love her in that.
yeah, me too.
She is so good.
Me too.
But terrifying.
But terrifying.
But nuanced.
You have no style or sense of fashion. No. That wasn't a question.
I do kind of feel like you know what's going to happen with her, though. You're like, if I do well, then she won't come and get me.
Yeah.
If I don't do well, she'll eat me alive.
Yeah.
That's true.
But, you know, yeah. I think Feyd
Tops
is
them all.
less kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one will have seen Austin being like this ever before. And this is going to be quite a shock to the audiences.
It's such a performance, yeah.
And just finally, because you two don't really have many scenes together. Well, you have the end scene together, but there's not even dialogue, right? But you can see the vibe. You two are like best mates. So how, like, I don't know, like you seem to have just become like such good friends.
It's funny how like press tours become the time sometimes more than the actual filming. But no, I feel like incredibly lucky, you know, that we got to do this together, and hopefully there'll be, I don't know, more of that, because while I've gotten to know you over this time, it's like been so lovely and joyous, and I'm like, I would love to do this on a set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And get to see you work more, because we just had our little glances, and it would be nice to do it more.
Yeah, I think we've been fans of each other for a while, and we were kind of each other's Instagram hype women for about a year and a half before we met. And so finally when we did meet, it was like, oh, we made it. But we only had, you know, a short time to work together. But even still, just getting to work with people that you admire is always a gift. And it only makes you, when it goes well, it only makes you feel like, I can't wait to do that again. So yeah, we're desperate to do it again.
Oh, we all want to see that.
I also want to see the drama.
Yeah, of course.